Alright, so the first exercise is going to be broad jumps. Pretty simple. You don't need no equipment. All you need is a large space. So you can literally go to a field. You can do it in the gym if you have one of those long tracks in the gym, or you can do it at home if you have enough space. And all we're going to work on is just jumping forward and sticking the landing. So literally like that, like that. Now you can do them continuously if you do want to get a bit more athleticism or springboard effect. However, you can take your time, stick the landing, reset, and go again. Now this is going to help with the hip hinge movement, which is going to build that lower body power. It's going to help with your acceleration, your sprint power as well, and also your jumping, obviously. So again, broad jumps, no equipment is needed at all. Making sure that you're maximizing it by swinging your arms. But you must stick the landing. You must stick the landing. It's not about so much about height, it's about propelling yourself forward and obviously getting that ground clearance as well. Here we are, start from here. Stick. Stick. Simple, easy, no equipment, just your body. The next exercise is going to be a depth jump into a vertical, a depth drop into a vertical jump. So you just find something that you can stand on. This can be a chair, a bench, anything, a park bench, and we're going to bring one foot off of it, slowly lower ourselves down and explode back up. We reset, we go with the other foot now, slowly drop and up. The key here is that as soon as your foot touches the ground, you want to explode back up. That's going to help with the shock training, your reactive timing, and also build power in the lower body. So again, we let ourselves drop nice and high. Now also you want to incorporate your arms in this as well to really get high on it. So it is essentially a whole body movement. So as we jump, just like that. Again, little to no equipment, everyone can find something to stand on. It doesn't have to be this high, it can be lower. If it's higher, just make sure it isn't too high that you're going to injure yourself. But it's a great way to improve that power and your vertical jump. So again, this is just training the stretch shortening cycle, minimizing ground contact. Nice and high, reset, other side, drop, nice and high. Simple. So the next movement again requires no equipment. It's going to be alternating split jump lunges or alternating jumping lunges, however you want to call it. So we'll start off in a lunge position, and all we're going to do is alternate to switch sides, being nice and powerful, getting nice and high, and focusing on sticking the landing. So up, 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 just like that. Now again, really going to boost that leg power, but also that stability in the ankle, that core control, and controlling our body as a whole unit. Definitely want to get the arms involved as well to maximize the amount of height that we're getting, but also to help us control when we're coming down. It's not about how fast you do it, it's about how high you can get and keep your body under control. An added bonus to these is that it's going to work the unilateral mechanism as well. So that means that one leg is going to do the exploding at a time. So in most sports or most movement, we bound, we sprint, or we hop off one leg. So we're really working on getting that unilateral element involved. So when we're here, this leg is controlling, this leg is propelling us up. Simple. Make sure you're doing the movements correctly to get the most results out of them. So another unilateral movement that we can do, but this time we're going to be working in a lateral motion, is lateral bounds or side jumps, whatever you want to call them. We're going to start off one foot, stick the landing, and repeat. Simple as that. Now if you can't go from side to side, so let's say you jump and you can't stick, you might need to jump, restart, and then go again. But the goal here is to make sure that we stick the landing, we get as lateral as we can or as wide as we can with the jump, really using that leg power. And you can repeat those over and over again. You got to focus on the body control, the core control, maintaining your balance, so ankle stability, obviously ankle control as well, but at the same time being powerful and explosive in a lateral movement. You can't just work back and forth, you got to work side to side as well. Also with the laterals, we want to ensure that our knee and our ankle are absorbing the contact, so we're making sure that we do get a slight bend in the knee when we land. So if we start here, we're absorbing the contact. Our quad is also helping us to maintain balance, the ankle as well. So don't keep your legs rigid, absorb the contact, and then we can go again. If you need to set out 2 markers to ensure that you're really maximizing the width or the length of your jumps, you can do so. Otherwise, no equipment is needed at all. If we turn our attention to the upper body now, nothing better than an explosive push-up to really develop that explosiveness in our chest, shoulder, triceps, and also our core. So we're going to start in a push-up position like that. You can lower yourself down at a moderate pace, and then we land. But you can see my hands are coming off the ground. I'm not coming up slow, it's a fast movement, and then we are controlling the landing as we come back down. So just show you again, start here, explode, explode. Make sure that everything is aligned. When you're coming up, you're coming down, and you definitely want to warm up your wrist and your upper body before you get into these. You don't have to do a million reps in order for this to be effective. You can keep your reps very, very low, because remember, we're focused on the explosive movement rather than the muscular endurance. Just so you can see from a different angle, now if you want to challenge yourself further, you can put a backpack on and do this weighted, but for most people, just doing this body weight is going to be more than enough. So since you watched this far, I'm going to give you one more bonus exercise that you can do, and that's going to be tuck jumps. So we're going to start here like this, tuck up, reset. Now if you can't do them continuously, you might need to take a little couple seconds to reset, but the goal is to minimize ground contact, jump as high as possible, be explosive as possible, get the arms involved as well, but make sure our body is in alignment. So we're coming up, nice and light on our feet, making sure that that constant ground reaction is there and that we're fully under control of the movement. And that, my people, is how you're going to become more explosive with little to no equipment. As you can see, nothing really was needed in order to go through some of these exercises, apart from a decent amount of space, nothing too crazy. You can go to a park, a field, anything like that, and get the job done. However, there's no excuses for you to become explosive. You can add a backpack on or a weight vest, depending on what you got, to make these exercises more intense and reap the most benefits. However, make sure you're keeping the reps very minimal. You don't have to do 10-15 reps to get the best out of this. You want to make sure that the reps ideally below 8, but you're giving it your all in every single rep to get the most reward out of it. So I hope you enjoy watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.